חייב אדם לעשות 100 ברכות ביום. לברך 100 ברכות בכל יום. What does that mean? You need to do 100 blessings a day. This is an important halacha. You think, how am I going to do 100 blessings? Yeah? Now, if you pray 3 times a day, you're covered. It's included in the tefillah. You pray shachrit, mincha, and arvit. You eat during the day if you're not fasting. Yeah. You do
even if you don't do birkat mazon.
So if you do birkat mazon, you're definitely covered. If you don't do birkat mazon, you still eat, right? So you make shakol, you make mizanot, you make ale mechia, you make asher yatzar, you make brachot.
Go to the bathroom.
Fine. Yeah, thank you. So you make asher yatzar, and that's you covered. The only trouble part is coming on Shabbat. Shabbat and Yom Tov, you need to make extra brachot. That's why sometimes you have besamim and bet knesset.
Yeah, Sudah Shlishit, yeah.
Sudah Shlishit is not enough. You need to make also brachot in between the Sudot. In between the Sudot, that's why you have aperitif sometimes, make brachot. If you do Kiddush in synagogue, you get extra brachot because you done Kiddush before your meal. So that's why in my house, we always do brachot before the meal. And the first Sudah, also the second Sudah, we always have a Kiddush, so afternoon snacks. You have to catch up brachot. Also, Birkot Torah, you have to catch up. Now, why
Rabbi, sorry, on the question of brachot, you mentioned, you know, when you do Kiddush on Shabbat, lunch, or whenever, you know, you don't necessarily have to do brachot during the meal as well. Is that correct? Because at home, I remember my father would make brachot in between Kiddush and making the bracha for Hamotzi.
Yes.
But I don't see that everywhere because I understand that once you make Kiddush, you sort of forego other brachot.
So let's just clarify that halacha. Making brachot is not an obligation, it's a suggestion. Okay? What you need to do for Kiddush, you have to make wine, bar gefen, and Hamotzi, and you need to eat the 50 grams. Okay, it's like half a slice of bread. You have to make sure you eat enough bread for the Suda. Like maybe this just small, like a small fist of bread. That's what you eat. And that's enough. Birkat Hamazon, you have to have 2 dishes minimum. Yeah, you can 2 salads. That's so called 2 dishes, and then Birkat Hamazon. That's enough for your Suda Shabbat. But for 100 brachot, it's not enough. You need to add them more brachot. So where are you going to add them in? So you can have it afterwards for dessert. You can have afterwards snacks. Just a convenient way of suggested to add it in another 4 brachot if you do mizanot adama before the meal. But you don't have to. It's just a suggestion. Why do you need to do 100 brachot? In the time of thank you. In the time of David HaMelech, there was a magafa. Magafa means pandemic and epidemic, and there's people dying. And they asked David HaMelech, what should we do? He did a takana, means passed a law that everyone would say 100 brachot. That was his takana. Takana means law, but also it means to fix something. When you make 100 brachot, what does that mean? Every time you make a bracha, you say the name of God. You say, Hashem, blessed is God, the King of the world, who made the fruit of the tree. That's the bracha, that's what you're saying. When you say 100 times a day, blessed you, the God, King of the world, you're injecting in yourself Yirat Shamayim. Ki ma Hashem shoel mimcha ki im yira. Ma al tikra ma ela mea. So every time you make a bracha and you think a lot about it, Baruch atah Hashem, thank you, Master of the world, King of the world, that made everything with His word, and you have a drink. So that's what Yirat Shamayim. That increasing in Yirat Shamayim, it takes away the pandemic and illness. And we nowadays, this is Budan in Shulchan Aruch, Budan in Gemara, Budan in Ben Ish Chai. We say 100 brachot every day. So that was the opening achar. What you just need to make sure is if you pray 3 times a day, you're covered. And on Chagim and Shabbat, you have to make extra brachot. So that's why you have extra cakes on Shabbat and makes extra brachot. Also, Aliyah Torah. When you go up to buy an Aliyah, that's another 2 brachot that you gain as well. You are short of about 15 brachot. So you need to catch up a lot. There's a lot to do on brachot. Okay. I want to do the halachot of shachrit. So first halacha, which is a mitzvah. It's not an obligation, but there's a big mitzvah to be one of the first 10. First 10, where it says, be first 10 of in the minyan. that is a big mitzvah. Why? Why is being first 10 big mitzvah? The 11 is also good. Huh? Why is 10 so important?
Then you bring the Shekhinah.
Excellent, thank you, Mayor. You bring in the Shekhinah. What does that mean? So we talk about Shekhinah is the presence of God. The presence of God rests when there is 10 Jewish men above the age of 13. So when I'm one of the first 10, I brought the Shekhinah. Now it says the Ben Ish Chai, is it important? It doesn't matter which number you are, if you're number 4 or number 7. He said the earlier you are, the better, more of mitzvah it is, and it's more schar. That means if you're number 2, it's more important than if you're number 6. Why? So he said, he gets more reward. The more reward, you're coming in first. First, it shows the importance because you come early. When you've got an important meeting, you're there 5 minutes early, right? If you're coming late, this shows disrespect. But if it's important for you, I'll become early. I would say my grandfather, he lived to a very old age, Baruch Hashem, after more than the age of 95. My father's father, Mishal's father. And they can both tell you, he was very makpid on this mitzvah. Makpid on the mitzvah of coming first to synagogue. He would always be there first or maybe second, but always one of the first 10. And sometimes he would exaggerate. I remember I was newlywed. I wasn't maybe married for 1 month. Yeah, maybe I've said the story before. I went to rest and I was staying by my cousins. We had the room. And we went to rest Shabbat afternoon. And he comes knocking on my door. Mincha. So I got up in a bit of a shock. I was like, and it wasn't just like knocking friendly on the door. It was like barbaric banging on the door. Like they already started mincha and I'm late, yeah? So I was like in a rush and I come wash my hands, okay, let's go. And then I was like, what time is mincha? Mincha is another 45 minutes. And the synagogue is not even 1 minute walk away, right? So I was like, well, why'd you go? Like you robbed me of 40 minutes of sleep, yeah? But what does that just show you? He is always like that. Erev Shabbat, 2 hours early, he's ready for Shabbat. 2 hours, he's there with his tie, I'm ready to go. And it was an old man that even when he was with his wheelchair and he was decapitated, he only had one leg and he was ill and he was elderly and he couldn't walk and he was still the first one in Beit Knesset. And he said, take me to Beit Knesset, especially on Shabbat, he was there first. And he reached a very old age. And the Gemara says that when you come early to synagogue, you get long life. And it's amazing to see that because you think, okay, I'm giving up 40 minutes of my life to be early. I'm getting 1 hour to be early, but you get back 10 times more than that at the end of your life. Hashem gives you back your time. Yeah, you're not giving up your time to God, you'll get it back. So all time spent in synagogue, that it's not in your account. Yeah, they think, I'm wasting my time. I could be doing other stuff. No, you get it back. And another thing, I always used to think, who's in synagogue first? All the old people. All the young people, we come late. All the old people are there early. Why? So I used to think, because old people, they've got nothing to do. So they come early to synagogue. Yeah, young people, we got family, we got kids, we got business, we got thing. So we're busy. So we come in the last minute. But if you realize, according to the Gemara, it's not the old people come early. It's the people who come early become old. Because when you come early to synagogue, you get a long life.
Very good, very good.
And that is really the secret to that is the truth. And I'm trying to give big chizuk to also. For Lunishma, also my grandfather. But when coming early to synagogue is a big bracha. So we're running out of time, but we may just say another 3 or 4 minutes alachat. Says the Ben Ish Chai, just like it's a mitzvah to become one of the first 10, it's also a big mitzvah to be one of the last 10. Now that means the synagogue's finished. Yeah, Yigdal Elohim Chai, Adon Olam. Yeah, we're singing, everyone's walking out, Shabbat Shalom. Says Ben Ish Chai, be one of the last 10. Why do you have to be the one who makes the Shekhinah leave? Right? Once number 10 is gone, there's only 9. Boom, Shekhinah's gone. He's left. So you don't want to be the one that tells the Shekhinah to go away. So do a little count. One says, okay, you see there's 8 people? Okay, now you can leave. Yeah. You'd have to be the last one. It doesn't say there's mitzvah to be the last one. It says mitzvah to be the first one, but not mitzvah to be the last one. Just not to be the one shegorem lesiluk or Shechina, the light of the Shechina. Like Jay said, it's the spiritual light. Okay, now the halacha. It's a mitzvah to run to synagogue. Larutz. When you run, it shows enthusiasm. Okay, and then if you come to see a show, or you're excited to see a match, you come to see. So there's a thrill. There's an excitement to it. Now, if you're driving to synagogue, okay, doesn't mean drive fast. I'm not saying, Rabbi said I have to run. That doesn't mean you break the speed limit. No, you do 20, 30 miles an hour and you drive slowly. But when you get out of your car, yeah, so you run. Now, you don't have to run to make it look funny. Just you walk a bit faster than normal to show excitement. Now, I used to see an older man in Gates that I was with Dov Steinbruch, elderly man, maybe 80 years old. And you can see him, he used to run 3 or 4 steps and then walk. Then run a few steps and then walk. Why? Just to fulfill this mitzvah of running to synagogue. Now you see that, if you just put in your mind, I have halakha, I need to run. Okay, so from my car to the synagogue, let's say there's 50 steps. So if I just fulfill this halakha, I'm going to do 3 running steps, just to fulfill the halakha. When I get into the synagogue, a person's feeling goes according to his actions. That means it works both ways. When I'm excited, I run, but also when I run, it makes me more excited. Okay, I'm running to the tefillah. Now I come in and say, listen, I'm coming to pray to God.
Although when you come to the tefillah, you need to be settled. You cannot be.
Very good. So that's the next halakha. Thank you for that. Until the entrance. Once you get to the entrance, you stop, you pause. Don't barge into the synagogue. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. You're bursting in. Yeah, no. You run up, then you pause. Okay, I'm here now. Respect. Oh, Yirah. He says even asur into the synagogue. You have to walk. You walk in with awe, with fear of God, and you walk in. That's very important. And he says also when you're running, don't make yourself funny. Don't make it look funny. It just means take a few faster steps. When you're coming into the Bet Knesset, you pause in the entrance and you wait there for a few seconds before you walk in. Why? Just to show I'm in awe. This is a place where the presence of God is here. Sefer Torah is here. I'm coming to pray here. Okay? I'm not coming to meet my friends. It's not a club. I'm not running high five to everyone. No, you come with respect. Yeah, your friends are there. You can say hello to them, or maybe after the prayer, before the prayer. But there is a of respect and awe. And when you're coming in, especially when you're coming in, you say the pasuk. There's psukim to say of Asher Adam Boteach Bach, Bani Berov Chasdecha. I saw Rav Mordechai Eliyahu himself. And when he came in, he was in London once, and I saw him doing it also in Eretz Yisrael. He used to come into a synagogue. First thing, I don't know if you see people do this, they take a bow to the Aron HaKodesh. Then that bow, he said the pasuk, Bani Berov Chasdecha, Avon B'techa, Ishtachave El Hechal Kodshecha. Right, we sing in Mincha, Bani Berov Chasdecha. That's a pasuk. Why? Because I'm in gratitude for all your kindness, and I will bow to your holy Aron HaKodesh. When you come into synagogue like that, it's a different experience. You're running in, you're stopping, you're pausing in awe, you're taking a bow to Aron HaKodesh, and now my siddur is different. Imagine walking in and high five to my friends, make a joke, siddur, okay. It's a different prayer. It's a different experience at all, and it's a different perspective. And this is halakha. The other halakha we're going to do now is, where do you sit in the synagogue? Where do you sit? By the window, by the door, by the wall, next to your friend, next to your dad, next to your son. Where do you sit? So, halakha says a person should have a fixed place for tefillah. You have your seat, that's your seat. You don't move around. Okay? You sit in your same place. Why? First of all, it helps you focused for your concentration. That helps you. And he says, "Mi shekovea tefillah makomo letefillah, lokeh avraham be'ezro." You have your own fixed place for praying. Now, if you pray in a different shul shachrit in a different place mincha, okay? So in the synagogue, I have a fixed place. In my shachrit synagogue, I daven in one place. Even at home, if I pray at home one time, don't pray different times in different places. One time I pray on the couch, one time I pray in the kitchen, one time I pray in the... No, in your home, you have your place where you pray. And the Khatili should pray next to a wall. Next to a wall, there's nothing separating between you and the wall. So you find a corner, find a wall in your house, or even in the synagogue, and you pray opposite the wall. Okay, that's the halakha for now. We're going to stop here. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the halachot. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Thank you all for your questions. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.